In its continued effort towards providing regular quality electricity to businesses and households in the country, the federal government has secured the backings of the United States to Nigeria's solar power project. The assurance was disclosed by the United States Ambassador to Nigeria, Richard Mills, during a meeting with the Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, in Abuja. The solar project will see Sun Africa LLC, an American company, in the forefront of the push to meet Africa's energy needs, providing vital power infrastructure to Nigeria. Mayo said his visit to the Power Ministry was to know the status of the Sun Africa Power Project and support the Ministry's engagement on the project. The ambassador also invited the minister to an energy summit scheduled to hold from 11 to 12 September 2024 in Washington. According to him, the summit will make the electricity sector a major focus, adding that the summit would comprise working groups engaged in strategic energy dialogue. Speaking earlier, the Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabu, stated that the ministry is geared towards adding value to local industries by providing them with adequate power to enable them function better. The Chief Executive Officer of Galaxy Television, Chief Steve Uju, has been honored with an icon of the Broadcast Industry Award and recognition at the first annual conference of the Society of Nigeria Broadcasters. The award is a recognition of Chief Uju's contribution in the broadcast industry and Nigeria at large. We have details in this report.
The award, which was received by Galaxy's head of Abuja Bureau, Nabuchi Okenabuchi, on behalf of the Chief Executive, was in recognition of the Galaxy TV as the first registered and first to transmit private station in the country. Speaking at the event, which was held in Abuja on Thursday night, Deputy Senate President Barau Jibril pledged continued support of the National Assembly to the Society of Nigerian Broadcasters. He acknowledged the effort of all media professionals for bridging the gap between government and Nigeria through the ethical conduct. Chairman of the Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria and the Director General of NTA, Saliu Dembos, disclosed that the awardees were carefully selected due to their individual contributions, which he said had caused prompt growth of broadcasting in Nigeria. He, however, called on the new generation to emulate the icons and eschew fake news and social media hate reporting, which has dominated the internet. The event featured presentations of awards to Nigerians in 8 categories.
I want to congratulate them for being good ambassadors of the broadcasting industry and urge them to keep tab with the happenings in the industry. Of course, quite a lot of challenges have been experienced today, especially with the advent of the internet and opportunities that are somehow given to some individuals that have little or no business with broadcasting into the business of broadcasting today.
We assure you that this society will continue to honor our broadcasters. We shall continue to remain disciplined, and we shall continue to insist that quality remains in broadcasting irrespective of the digital revolution that all of us are experiencing. There is a difference between quality content and non-quality content, and we shall insist on quality. Good journalism, good broadcasting matters in the promotion of democracy.
Let me take this opportunity to appreciate the media generally for the vital roles you are playing in providing information and feedback to the legislative and executive arms of government through your reportage of the activities that affect the daily lives of the people. Undoubtedly, as members of the fourth realm of estate, you are critical stakeholders in the governance enterprise, and I therefore call on you to exhibit a higher sense of patriotism and nationalism in your professional conduct at all times.
Now to other stories. Gunmen suspected to be Herdsmen militia has kidnapped over 20 medical and dental students, including their house officer, along Otukpo, Enugu axis of Benue State. The students, all from the University of Maiduguri and the University of Jos, were on their way to attend the annual convention of the Federation of Catholic Medical and Dental Students, FVEC camps in Enugu, when they were kidnapped. The kidnap was said to have happened at about 5 p.m. along Otukpo, Gbadibo, through the road axis of Benue State, where the students were ambushed by gunmen. Meanwhile, the President Association of Resident Doctors, Federal Medical Center, Makode, Dr. Fannin Dogo, confirmed the incident after leading a peaceful protest demanding the release of adopted Kaduna-based female doctor, describing the incident as worrisome. The image maker of Benue State Police Command, SP Catherine Anene, confirmed the incident, saying that an investigation has been launched into the abduction. And still on doctors' adoption, the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital chapter of Association of Resident Doctors ARD staged a peaceful protest to demand the unconditional release of their colleague, Dr. Ganiyat Popola, who was adopted on December 27, 2023 at a residence in Kaduna. Galaxy TV's Nenwarang Yumazaka, who was there, gave them details.
Dr. Ganiyat Popola, a registrar in the Department of Ophthalmology at the National Eye Center, Kaduna, was abducted on December 27, 2023, along with her husband and nephew. While her husband was released in March, Dr. Ganiyat and her nephew remained in captivity. In solidarity to her release, resident doctors in Lasuth turned out in their numbers, carrying placards with various inscriptions to press home their demands for her release. Addressing journalists at the end of the peaceful protest, which took place within the premises of the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, President Lasuth ARD Dr. Aisudo Charles said injury to one is injury to all, as he lamented that the safety of doctors in Nigeria is constantly under threat.
This entire scenario embodies the perpetual state of insecurity the country is in, and the impunity with which lawlessness and disregard for human life thrives. Should we continue to live our lives in fear and trepidation? How can we effectively discharge our duties with the constant fear of an uncertain future lurking in our minds? We have appealed, we have asked, we have requested, and we have begged. Now we demand the immediate release of Dr. Ganiyat Popola and her nephew.
Other doctors expressed pain and worry over the well-being of Dr. Ganiyat, while also appealing to the government to take action.
We are just 55,000 doctors for about 200 million people. So if something like this is happening, we don't know how it's going to be in future. Really implore all stakeholders to help find Dr. Popola.
What we want is for them to release Dr. Ganiyat Popola, who happens to be our colleague. We doctors, we have discussed and we feel if our member is not released, we are going to continue this demonstration.
Just like Dr. Ganiyat and many other Nigerians who have been victims of the prevailing insecurity in Nigeria, all Nigerians and also the health workers here are asking for a safe working environment and also the freedom of their colleagues. Questions in the heart of every Nigerian right now is, how serious is the federal government taking this prevailing issue? And is the security agencies doing enough to make sure every Nigerian is safe and secured here in Nigeria? Nenwarang Yumazaka, Galaxy TV News, Lagos.
We want Ganiyat! What do we want? We want Ganiyat! What do we want? We want Ganiyat!
And still on health matters, medical practitioners have been advising Nigerians on ways to protect themselves from the monkeypox virus, which is fast spreading in Africa and some other parts of the world. Our reporter tells us more in this report.
Following World Health Organization's declaration of Mpox virus as public health emergency of international concern, it is deemed important for Nigerians to undertake measures to protect themselves since the NCDC's revelation of the country already recording 39 confirmed cases of the virus. To prevent the disease, one first needs to be aware of how it spreads and symptoms to look out for.
It's a viral infection, which makes that it's caused by a virus. In other words, antibiotics do not treat it. Basically, we have three routes of transmission. You can have transmission from animals to humans, which is the common one, the zoonotic infection. We also have the human-to-human transmission. That means that somebody has monkeypox and you come in contact with that person. And then we could also have infection from the environment, okay? So environment, for example, someone who's had monkeypox, the beddings of that person, okay? The towels that the person has used, we call that fomite transmission.
It's majorly spread by contact. Contact can be handshake, can be wearing the same clothing, can even be very close, like sneezing, walking closely, and also integral intercourse can lead to. So it's a contact disease. Sometimes it can even be the general flu complaint or symptoms like people complain, oh, I feel body pain, I feel sore throat, I feel feverish. You know, some of those flu symptoms are the things you notice best. And then if there are rashes, it becomes very, you should be able to look more.
Since it is said that the new strain of the monkeypox virus spreads fast, Nigerians are advised on simple safety measures to keep themselves safe.
So that's those same general rules that we applied during COVID apply to monkeypox, hand wash, some form of distancing. So having imbibed some of those is just for the people to reactivate them, and they are good to be able to control the spread of the mpox.
We've said it's a zoonotic infection. It spreads from animals to humans. In other words, keep a safe distance from such animals. A very key thing is hand hygiene. We can never overemphasize the importance of hand hygiene. So when I say hand hygiene, what am I talking about? Washing your hands thoroughly with soap and water. So it's not just water, you need soap as well to wash your hands thoroughly. If you have any symptom at all, you're having a fever, you don't feel so well, okay, I would advocate that you visit a proper health facility, okay? So don't do self-diagnosis.
Iribami Salako, Galaxy TV News, Lagos.
You're still on to the news in Galaxy TV. Let's go on a break. When we come back, the news continues. We are glad to have you back. Now for more updates and latest news, please visit our website www.galaxytvonline.com. Connect with us on our X handle at Galaxy TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Galaxy TV News. You can follow and interact with us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Galaxy TV. Remember to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Galaxy TV. You can also avail our eyewitness feature via WhatsApp. If you have breaking news around you, simply share your story by sending short clips or videos of the news on 0818-6666-669. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live updates and comments. Now to security-related matters, the police command in Lagos State says suspected motorcyclists whose motorcycles were seized are the suspects that allegedly attacked a BRT bus on Wednesday in Orile area of the state. The attack was not a case of armed robbery, but rather a reaction by the suspected motorcyclists to the seizure of their motorcycles. The Lagos State Task Force on Environment and Special Offences Enforcement Unit raided commercial motorcyclists plying the BRT lanes and other prohibited roads and seized some motorcycles. It was alleged that some of the motorcyclists were those that resisted the police because of their position but were arrested during the raid. The Lagos State Task Force on Environment and Special Offences Enforcement Unit on Tuesday impounded 164 motorcycles on the state's highways. The motorcycles, according to the task force, contravened the Lagos State Road Transport Sector Reform Laws of 2018, which prohibits motorcyclists from using all highways in the state. And still in Lagos State, a fire outbreak occurred in the early hours of Friday at a 7-story building on Sunny Adewale Street, Lagos Island local government area. This was made known in a statement by the director of the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service, Margaret Adesheye. Adesheye said the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service received the distress call at 5:17 a.m. and promptly responded with firefighters from Ibitele, Sari and Lekki 1 stations, arriving at the scene by 5:33 a.m. Adesheye confirmed that the situation is under control and the casualties have been reported. Preliminary investigations suggest that the fire was triggered by an electrical surge. The fire affected several shops within the 7-story building. Air Commodore Henry Jackson, Commandant of the Nigerian Air Navy School of Armaments Technology, Kachi, Kaduna State, has called on cadets of the Nigerian Defense Academy to embrace the spirit of teamwork, creativity and esprit de corps as they prepare to graduate from the academy. Commodore Jackson made the call at the camp exercise Camp Island Fire Nights in honor of graduating cadets of Nigerian Defense Academy 71 Regular Course Army and Direct Short Service Course 28, where he served as special guest of honor. In his address, the Commandant Nigerian Defense Academy, Major General John Ochia, said the campfire night has always been a beacon of unity and strength for the Nigerian military, while urging the graduating cadet to be resilient and committed to contribute to the country's military.
This timeless tradition embodies the spirit of unity, camaraderie, and shared achievements. As we gather around the campfire, let us embrace the warmth of teamwork, creativity, and esprit de corps. Be amazed by the cadets' talents. Enjoy the music, drama, and laughter.
This tradition, steeped in military heritage, symbolizes camaraderie, shared experience, and celebration of achievements. The campfire has been a beacon of unity and strength throughout history, from ancient times to the current periods. It helps to foster a spirit de corps, teamwork, and relaxation after intense training.
The leadership of NAS will never compromise any standard or jeopardize the future of our teaming students. We will rather fight what can be an obstacle to them now and as it concerns their future.
United Nations High Commission for Refugees UNHCR has described the humanitarian situation of internally displaced persons in Benue State as critical that requires collective effort from all partners in order to have a lasting solution. Leader of the UNHCR delegation and the UNHCR Assistant High Commissioner for Operations, Rauf Mazo, stated this at Government House Makadi shortly after his visiting to IDP camp alongside Governor Hyacinth Alia, where he commended him for efforts in responding to the humanitarian crisis in the state. While leader of the UNHCR promises to continually support the state government effort alongside other partners, the German ambassador to Nigeria thanked the state government leadership towards durable solution to the plight of IDPs and called for more collaboration. Meanwhile, Governor Hyacinth Alia appreciated the UNHCR for mobilizing resources for refugees and internally displaced persons, IDPs, saying the plight is a matter of urgent concern to his administration. The UNHCR leader and German ambassador warned chief traditional wares to present a sign of respect and recognition. move to the international desk for more news.
Hello and welcome to Foreign News. Pakistan has confirmed at least one case of the monkeypox virus, a day after Sweden confirmed an infection with a more easily spread and deadlier variant linked to a recent outbreak in Africa. The World Health Organization declared a public health emergency of international concern over the spread of Clade 1 in Africa after a surge in the DRC spread to Burundi, Kenya, Rwanda and Uganda. Pakistan's health ministry has directed officials at border crossing and airports to ensure strict surveillance and collect samples for medical tests if they see symptoms of the disease in any passenger returning from abroad. The disease caused by the virus leads to flu-like symptoms, pulse-filled lesions and muscular pain. It is usually mild but can kill with children, pregnant women and people with weakened immune systems such as those with HIV, all at higher risk of complications.
And that's it for now, but please join us at 9 p.m. for our primetime news. My name is Eribami Salako. See you then.